This was a massive spot to be in for such a young talent, to have a sold-out crowd completely behind her, down at points. Jimmy, how did she do it?
I mean, look, she's a fan favorite, obviously. Everywhere she goes, she has the Philippines cheering for her. They seem to travel to all the tournaments.
Alexa's singles dream in Abu Dhabi ended abruptly when she fell 6-3 to world number 11 Ekaterina Alexandrova in the quarterfinals, a loss that would have crushed most players and taken hours to process. But Alexa didn't have that luxury. Just 60 minutes later, she and her partner Janice Tien walked back onto the court for their doubles quarterfinal against the second seeds. And instead of carrying the weight of disappointment, they flipped it into fuel, dominating the match 6-3, 6-3 and punching their ticket to the semifinals, a masterclass in turning devastation into motivation in under an hour. Let me break down this emotional roller coaster of a day in Abu Dhabi, starting with the singles match, because that loss stings. Alex came into this quarterfinal absolutely on fire, fresh off a legendary comeback against Sasnovich where she was down 0-4 in the third set, saved a match point, and clawed her way to victory in a tiebreak, so the momentum was real and the confidence was sky high. On the other side of the net was Ekaterina Alexandrova, the number 2 seed and world number 11. And not just good but truly elite, a fixture in the top 20 for years, a Grand Slam quarterfinalist, and one of the hardest hitters on tour. Still, Alex had already taken down tough opponents all week, and after that Sasnovich comeback, it genuinely felt like anything was possible stepping onto that court. The match got underway and it quickly became clear it wasn't going to be close, because Alexandrova came out playing at an absurdly high level, ripping winners from everywhere, dropping serve bombs, and giving Alex absolutely no rhythm to work with. The first set went 6-3 to Alexandrova, the second followed the exact same script, another 6-3, and just like that the match was over in straight sets. And to be fair, there's no shame in losing to the world number 11. This isn't a bad loss. Alexandrova really is that good. But after the emotional high of the Sasnovich comeback, after climbing to number 38 in the live rankings, after feeling like you're right on the edge of something special, a loss like that still stings. Most players would have been completely devastated. They'd head back to the locker room, sit there for hours processing the loss, do interviews, and feel the weight of disappointment that naturally comes when your tournament ends and your dreams die on court. That's the normal human reaction. But Alex didn't have that luxury, because less than an hour later she had another match to play. Think about the mental reset that takes. Your singles run is over, the momentum from the Sasnovich comeback is gone, the chance to keep climbing the rankings has slipped away, and you're disappointed, frustrated, and probably drained both physically and emotionally. And yet, you still have to shove all of that aside, flip a switch, and walk back on court, not just to play, but to compete against the second-seeded doubles team in the tournament. Zhang Guai and Christina Ba are two experienced doubles players, ranked far higher than you. And this is where champions separate themselves from everyone else, because most people can't manage that mental reset. They carry disappointment from one match into the next and let one loss snowball into another. But Alex Eala isn't most people. Less than 60 minutes after walking off the singles court with a loss, Alex and Janice Chen stepped onto the doubles court for their quarterfinal and came out swinging. In the first set, the pair broke early, moved well, communicated perfectly, and consistently found openings in their opponents' games. Zhang and Ba are second seeds for a reason. They are good, but Alex and Janice weren't intimidated, taking the first set 6-3, and that's where things started to get interesting, because Zhang and Ba are veterans. They know how to adjust and how to fight back. So you're thinking the second set is where things tighten up and the match gets tough, but the Seers don't let up at all. They keep the pressure on, keep attacking, keep executing their game plan, and close out the second set 6-3 as well, the exact same score as the first, an absolute domination of the second-seeded team. The Seers are through to the semifinals, and Alex, who was probably feeling crushed an hour earlier, is now celebrating a massive doubles win. And when you look at what Alex and Janice have accomplished in this doubles draw, it's borderline absurd. In round 1 they beat Leylah Fernandez, a French Open doubles finalist, and Kristina Mladenovic, a 6-time Grand Slam doubles champion. In 3 sets, already one of the biggest upsets of the tournament. Then in the quarterfinals, they took out the second seeds, Zhang Shuai and Christina Ba. In straight sets, another huge upset, and now they are into the semifinals of a WTA 500 event. That's huge. The kind of result that brings serious ranking points, serious prize money, and serious respect, especially with the way they are doing it, through chemistry, clutch play, and a natural doubles instinct you simply can't teach. The CS nickname isn't just cute. It represents something real, two Southeast Asian players fighting to prove they belong at this level and lifting each other up when things get hard. When Alex needed to bounce back from a tough singles loss, Janice was there, and when Janice needed a partner who could execute under pressure, Alex delivered. That's true partnership, and that's what makes doubles special. What's most impressive is Alex's mentality. She could have used the singles loss as an excuse, said she was too tired, too emotional, or needed time to process it, and no one would have blamed her for coming out flat in doubles. But that's just not who she is. Instead of letting the disappointment drag her down, she used it as fuel, almost as if she was thinking, okay, singles didn't go my way, but I've still got doubles. I've still got a chance to win something big here. Let's go. That's championship mentality. That's resilience. And that's exactly the mindset required to succeed at the highest level of professional sports. In the long run, this might even turn out to be a blessing in disguise. Losing in singles hurts, but it keeps her in the tournament, keeps her competing, and gives her the chance to chase a doubles title with her partner instead of going home disappointed. Sometimes the basketball gods, the tennis gods, or whatever you want to call them, have a plan, and maybe Alex was meant to lose that singles match so she could fully lock in on doubles, because right now the CS are on fire and they've got a real shot at winning this whole thing. So what's next? The semifinals, and while I don't have the exact matchup yet, it honestly doesn't even matter, because after what we've just seen, bouncing back from heartbreak in under an hour to upset the second seeds, I'm not betting against them. The momentum is real, the chemistry is clicking, and most importantly, Alex has proven she can compartmentalize, taking a tough loss, setting it aside, and coming back with the same intensity and focus. That's a superpower in professional sports. If they win the semifinal, they are into the final of a WTA 500 event, which is massive and potentially career-defining. And even if they don't go all the way, reaching the semifinals of a tournament this big is already a success story. And let's not forget, Alex is still world number 38 in singles. Her epic comeback against Sasnovich still counts. She still climbed 7 spots in the rankings. And the singles loss to Alexandrova doesn't erase any of that. It just means she's got more work to do and more levels to reach. And based on everything we've seen, the comebacks, the mental toughness, the ability to rebound immediately from disappointment, she's going to get there. This is what people need to understand about Alex Eala. She's not just talented, she's not just skilled, she's tough, mentally unbreakable. Losing 6-3, 6-3 in a singles quarterfinal and then coming back less than an hour later to beat the second seeds in doubles isn't normal. It's something most players simply can't do, and it takes a level of mental fortitude that separates champions from everyone else. And she's doing it alongside Janice Jen, another fighter, another player refusing to accept where others think she should be ranked. Together, they are proving Southeast Asian tennis is for real, that the CS aren't just a cute nickname but a genuine force. And look, I won't lie, the singles loss hurts, and as a fan, I wanted to see Alex go deeper. I wanted to see her push Alexandrova harder and watch that magical singles run continue, but in a way this might be even better, because now we get to see how Alex responds to adversity and proves that one loss doesn't define her or break her. Instead, she channels that disappointment into something positive in doubles, and we get to watch the CS make a real run at a WTA 500 doubles title, which is pretty incredible. So yes, it was a bittersweet day in Abu Dhabi. The singles dream ended, but the doubles dream is very much alive, and seeing Alex flip the switch from devastation to domination in under an hour is the kind of mental toughness that makes me believe she's going to do special things for a long, long time. The semifinals are next, and I'm all in on the CS. Let's go, Alex. Let's go, Janice. Time to shock the world.